In this video, we're going to show you to install the door check on your Toyota RAV4 located in your front door jamb. On the top side here, we're going to remove our mirror sail panel cover. Use your plastic trim tool. Get in behind here, and we're going to pop this off. Set that aside. Now our next three components that we want to go ahead and address is the handle here, the little trim cap here, and then finally our trim bezel for our window switch. We're going to use our trim tool. I'm going to come on over here behind this handle. Go ahead and pop this off, set it aside, pull this handle out. We're going to switch over to a small pocket screwdriver. We're just going to get behind here and gently pry this out. And you're just releasing the three little tabs right here. Set that aside. Pull this up and out. On the back side here, there is a tab that actually slides over this. So once you pop this up, you're going to slide it forward and work that out. Now we can go ahead and disconnect our switches here. On the top of these connectors are just little push tabs to go ahead and release those. Now we have three Phillips head screws. There's one here, one in the top, and one right here. Let's go ahead and loosen and remove those. We now want to go ahead and pull the door panel off of the door shell. You can use your plastic trim tool, get underneath the edge. I'm going to gently pry that up. Might need to use a little bit larger of a pry tool for this here. And once you get your hand in there, you can use that and gently pull this out. What we're doing is we're dislodging the plastic push pins around the perimeter. Go all the way up around the other side, up by the mirror. With those pins released, grab that door panel, pull it away at the bottom, and then up at the top, and pull that back. On our cables here going to the back of our handle, we gently want to grab this cable and pull it towards the door shell, and then pop the ball end off of the cable and do the same on the top here. Go ahead and remove that door panel and set it aside. Now in this area here, we want to disconnect these three connectors here. I'm pushing on this little tab right here. I want to separate this harness. Now pop this off of the door. Now if you have the speaker, you want to go ahead and disconnect this here. Not all of these vehicles will have this speaker. I'm just going to press it on this little connector right here. There we go. And then down to the lower speaker, you're just going to push in on this little tab right here and pull that off. It's going to allow us to pull this back a little bit. Now the reason why I want to do that was now we want to go ahead and remove our water shield here. Now this has a self-sealing adhesive on here. The easiest way to do this, you can use a razor blade. Do not cut the plastic. What we really want to do is get behind here and gently cut away at the adhesive. You want to be careful while doing this. You don't want to injure yourself. Now here is our door check. We have 3 bolts to remove. There's one 10mm here, and then there's 2 here. Once we remove these 2, This is going to go in through the door shell and out to this front hole in the door. Okay, to remove that bolt. So while you're removing this bolt here, take your other hand, reach inside, hold that door check, remove that bolt, and then just work that through and pull that out. Now with this component removed, you can see that this backside is keyed a specific way. Want to make sure when you take the new one, you do not install it backwards like that. Make sure that it's keyed the proper way. Take this item, feed it through. Grab one of those bolts, and we'll go ahead and get that started. There it is. Get that started. So these holes are not slotted, it's a fixed position. So at this point, once you get those in, we can go ahead and snug those down. Once that bolt bottoms out, give it a good quarter turn. Make sure it's good and tight. You can now grab the door itself and swing that over. What we're going to do is we're going to add a little bit more blue Loctite to this bolt as the factory had. So we're going to go ahead and do that, and then we'll install it. Once that bottoms out, just make sure it's good and tight. Once all three bolts are secured here, let's go ahead and reinstall our water shield. Simply going to line that up and press that back into place. Now, if your water shield is damaged, you can go ahead and just use some good heavy-duty tape and secure that. With that secured, install your electrical components. Install your cable ends. The ball goes on the top, swings over, and will snap into place. And do the same for the bottom one. Okay, line up that door panel on the top of the door shell. Push it down gently. We want to reach inside this pocket right here and pull out your electrical connectors. Now this down in position, we can go ahead and press in on the door panel, engaging all of those plastic locking tabs. Do this all the way around. Install your electrical connectors. We're going to insert the back section first into the door shell or the door panel. Line that up and then just push this down. And we never removed our lower Phillips head screw. It just kind of hung out in the door panel. So we can now go ahead and get that started, and we'll run that down. Go ahead and snug that down. Install the upper screw here. Do the same. And we have our third and last screw in the door handle pocket. Install your pocket trim. Line that up. push it in, you'll feel it pop into place. You have your door handle molding right here. Line that up. Press that on. Now we have our sail panel trim here for our mirror cover. Just press that on. Now that you have the cover on, you're all set.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.